I will start off with you today. You've heard the squad. Talk to me about what you make of the strength of the squad, the depth of the squad, and also if you think that this squad remotely has a chance of even getting out of that group.
Wow.
Strength of the squad, depth of the squad.
I think in terms of the strength, the inclusion of Salis in midfield alongside Thomas Partey, alongside Kudus, alongside Elisha Owusu, and Tre. If he can prove his fitness, we saw a bit of him yesterday. Look a bit sharp, but I just hope that the injury will not be hiding somewhere. If it is not hiding somewhere, then
they said Tre was actually sick. He wasn't really injured. He was sick.
All right, then that is good news. Apart from that, I think that gives us enough depth in the middle of the park. And when you go to the defense, I think that is one department that will look very solid. If the coaches were to pick the right players.
You like our defense?
I like the defense. Because I think that if you have Amate, Salisu Jiku, Joseph Addo, the Seydou boy, Tariq Lamptey, Odwe, Gideon Mensah, and of course Babara Man, he's there. I think they look very solid. And I think, and for every position, especially at right back, you've got two there. I think the inclusion of the boy Seydou, Ali Seydou
can play at right back, can play at left back as well.
Even I think in midfield, he can also play. So that is the utility player we've got. That is proper balance, proper depth. My worry, I think, is the attacking third. Because look,
the final third of the pitch.
I'm looking at a situation where to win games we'll have to score more than a goal, and that is where my problem is. That is why.
But you just said the defense was solid.
Yes,
you don't think they can hold up for us to be able to score one goal to win?
The defense is solid. That is not to say they will not give chances away. No matter how solid your defense,
every defense gives away chances. Yep.
That's why I'm saying that my problem is we may have to score at least more than the goal to win games, and that is why some of us were saying that please do not drop Joseph Benson. Please don't do it. If you love Ghana and you care for Ghana, you shouldn't have done that. Because at the end of the day, going to the tournament, he's the topmost Ghanaian scorer in Europe. The topmost assister. And I completely disagree with anybody who thinks that a goal scorer and assister will not completely change the fortunes of a team. Because after all, that is what we work for. To be able to put up a solid defensive show and be able to put the ball in the back of the net. So you don't compromise on goal scorers. If the player is a typical, is the one on form, and he's putting the ball in the back of the net, automatically, without thinking twice, he goes straight into the team. Because this World Cup is very different from every other World Cup that we've been to. Why do I say so? I say so because for all the previous World Cup, we'll be camping close to a month. We'll be getting proper chemistry within the team to go and compete. To again support my point is the fact that this Black Stars team is still undergoing what transition. We all agree that the World Cup has come too early for this team. So one thing that we should have never compromised on was players on form. And we saw it yesterday. It manifested itself yesterday. But very typical of Ghanaians, we will not want to eat into that because we won the game.
No, speak on it. That's why you have the platform.
A typical example is that second goal that we scored. You want to credit Semenyo.
Semenyo is stronger.
But at the end of the day, he was in the right position at the right time. But if you look at the flow of play, Kamadi completely messed up. The chance was gone.
And it was tidied up.
And statistic, that is why we are saying that he's played 13 games. He scored 1 goal, 2 assists. And Koye.
But Kamaldeen had his best game in the Black Star shirt yesterday, though.
Now, what I'm saying is that if you dazzle, and you are not able to assist, and the chance presents itself, and you flops it, no more one here, Abase. Abase. Ni aba. Oh no more. Baba say. No, ya here. Hey. Go le no base, the shin ba. Go le no kebo oba base. The oba bashina ni aba. Abashina ni ado. You don't want that. Shock. So I'm worried. And again, another thing that makes me worry, we've still not been able to find a way of getting Inaki Williams more and more into the picture. If you look at that game yesterday in the first half, he was completely non-existent. So that is a problem for me. So look, this team again has shown that they are very incapable of coming back when they concede the first goal. Anytime we've conceded the first goal, it's been like that for a very long time. Anytime we've conceded the first goal, we normally go on to lose the game. That is not proper character. That is why we are saying that we needed more goals. Look those we are taking to the tournament. In terms of goals scored, Jordan, Jordan, go. Isayaku, go.
Scored once for Sporting B.
Oh, no more forget more.
But that's where he plays. He plays for Sporting B.
No, you see, that is the problem. That is the point we were making from day one. Don't do that. Don't make that mistake. Don't do that. People refuse.
Make progress.
Selfish reasons.
No, don't do
that. No more Amagwe. That is why we've done that. Jordan, no go. Isayaku, no go. Kamadi, 1 goal in 13 appearance.
Is 1 goal, 10 appearances, 0 assists.
Benchakumo. No, you are. That is the problem. And we had somebody who scored 6 goals, 7 assists, not taken to the World Cup. And that is bad. Let's call the spade a spade.
No, but at this point, we are crying over still.
No, you see, you asked me about the 26 months, so we better not talk about it.
Okay, well.
But I'm looking at the strength.
Quick question. How many goals has Joseph Enzo scored for Ghana?
How many games has he played for Ghana?
No, I've asked how many goals.
He's played 1.5 games for Ghana at the Black Stars.
I think he's played more than that.
He played 190 minutes at the AFCON.
Yeah. So did he not come off the minutes?
Even that he didn't play 90 minutes.
No, 120 minutes and 145 minutes. Yeah. So check. So that we check how many games Isayaku has played, Jordan and Co. Check. Then we do proper comparison. Check.
Ratio and proportion.
No. Oh, God. If 2 games is to
ratio and proportion.
Oh
boy.
So look, I'm talking about the weakness. You see, the reason why I'm talking about the weakness in our team. No. We don't have anybody like Asamajan. So we expect players to spread the goal scoring responsibility among themselves. And here's the situation where most of those will be dependent are goal shy. No can Obahan statistics say.
Yes, so Joseph Pinso has played 5 games, no goals, and Isaako has played 11 games, 1 goal.
Okay.
So all for the national team.
All for the national
team. The ratio and proportion sorts itself out.
At club level too, you can add that to the ratio and proportion.
The club level goes, it doesn't affect
us. That is the form we are taking to the World Cup. True or false? Is that not the form we are taking to the World Cup?
It doesn't affect us.
That is the form. If it doesn't affect it, but Jordan means
club level goals. We saw what.
How many?
Let's make progress.
Jordan, give me Jordan statistics.
No, let's make progress.
No, if you want to bring the statistics, put the rest out for me. Let me know.
I want to say
comparative.
So far, Inaki Williams 2 games, no goal. A hit to Koba.
3 goals, 3 games, no goal.
3 games, no. A hit to Koba. What about me? But that is not why we are here. We are here to look at the weakness in our team. Now, and how do we address that weakness problem? That is now what I'm going to talk about. Dede. Bench.
Daniel, you were waiting for this.
No, look. I have said it. I will continue to say it. And everybody who really watched the game yesterday, 50 minutes no more. Oh no more. What I saw is what I'm talking about.
Even if he saw something else, you also see it.
That is it.
Thank you.
It's as simple
Please
as
don't
that.
interrupt coach's observations. You and coach don't have the
fact
same
of
eye.
the matter
Please.
is this. I am looking for where we can get the best out of that young man. And the more I maintain that he should start every game from the bench.
That's the best you can get from
If you give the last 20 minutes, me Kebu Mene, Ghana Mamu Fembo what we
he will score.
a bash shot on Tami. Shot on Tami.
I need
Maybe
to,
a bebo, Shane a ball,
I had to ring the bell for that
Kebu.
elective guy.
Andre, shot on Tami.
Shoto in town.
Town.
Town is net.
Actually,
We need a DJ for the shows to play. You know, enter the net. Chatawade.
DJ, enter the net. Let's go.
So that is what I'm saying. He's lost
Eba,
close to 6 yards of genuine pace. He's not going to run past any player.
You know, 6 yards is serious because most old players lose half a yard.
Yes,
He's lost
6 yards. Eluzu.
The coach has done his
6
own-
Eluzu. 6 yards. Eluzu. Make
6 yards.
of pace. He's not going to run past anybody. True or false? He's not going to run past anybody. So why can't we put him in the city? Look, I would rather prefer he coming on to replace Inaki Williams in the last 20 minutes of games. Did they? You had my box me. Kamadi, Jordan, Kokobal, don't float him on Andre. He's good in the air. He's
he's good in the box.
in the box. He put it in.
Put it in.
So they'll play him. They'll say he's a midfielder. Get for 20 minutes. No, Fuka, Muda, Kaka, Baga. Look, let's address the problem. I don't know whether you want me to talk about what I saw yesterday, so that I'll just hand over.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yesterday, I was very happy, and this is why I was happy. I was happy we won.
Tell us about it.
It builds confidence.
Yeah.
You need that. And that, in my view, is crucial. No two ways. Lawrence Ati will be the number 1 goalkeeper in the World Cup. That is not going to change. No two
And I was happy for him because
Yes.
he managed to keep a clean sheet.
clean sheet. And I think that is a step in the right
He's always
direction.
been slated for not being able to
Clean
keep his
sheet.
back tight. Yeah.
So you put that aside. That was a massive positive. Salisu coming at the end of set pieces are going to be very, very important in this World Cup. How you utilize them and how you defend against set pieces. We saw our team concede sloppy against Brazil from set piece. Yesterday, they looked very solid on set pieces. This is what I was not happy about. I was not happy about the fact that we didn't start the game with some of our key players. No way Pate will not start against Portugal.
Maybe he was trying not to risk him.
No.
What if he picks up a knock and he has to miss the Portugal game?
He can even pick up a knock in the first minute against Portugal.
There's that.
but
But you are safeguarding. But you are safeguarding
You
him.
see, no, you
It's
see,
precautionary.
to build chemistry in this team. Yesterday was the last opportunity that the technical team had to show us our first 11. At least give them 60 minutes together as a unit, because they've never played together as a unit. I've never seen Pate and Salis play together as a unit before. I've never seen that. I've never seen Pate played in the game where he feeds Inaki Williams before. I want to see that. You understand? I've never seen Pate.
But would you also admit that yesterday, for a team that was largely new and untested, their chemistry was pretty great?
You see, if your chemistry is good and pretty great in the friendly game, you can only appreciate and hope that you and I know that Elisha Wusu and Co will not start the game against Portugal. So it is better. You see, I was talking to somebody about it, and the person was like, are you not sure our coach don't want our opponent to know exactly what we'll present? I said, no, that is neither here nor there. Because in the game of coaching, who told you our opponents don't know everything they need to know about our team? You know. Because if you are scouting the team, you scout individual players. First, you need to get the basic statistics of every individual player in the team. Then you look at them holistically as a unit. How do they perform? We'll be try and erroring on Thursday against Portugal. That is a risk. That, in my view, is a huge risk. And I've always said that this is the team that is undergoing transition. This team has not played together. So the last opportunity to get our main men and our proper system again, Charlie, are we going back 3 or back 4? We go back 4, I believe we'll be slaughtered. Because yesterday there were 3 occasions that showed that Baba's Rahman recovery was bad or is bad, and we need to protect the young man. Well, it looks very clear that he's going to be the one who is going to play. Yep. So if he's going to play, how efficient is he? Effective is he as a fullback and as a wingback? I think that if he's playing as a wingback with Salisu right behind him as his cover, we will be solid in that direction. And if Tariq Lamptey is playing as a wingback, and again Amate or Jiku is covering, we are solid. Today I was telling Daniel Cranton, and he agrees with me. I'm going to say it here. No more. He agrees with me.
Is that a disclaimer?
I'm surprised.
You let me land. I'm going to land. If I say you agree. I am foreseeing that because of Jordan and Dede, Otto Addo may not go 3 back.
I didn't agree with you.
You are here. If you say you don't agree with me, Ghanaians, Coach Nimley, I'm saying that because of the fact that Coach Addo decides to go a back 3, transition into a back 5, the wing backs will be defenders. Tariq Lamptey and most likely Baba Rahman or Gideon Mensah. Thomas Partey will not sit. He'll be in a team. Salis will be in a team. Kudus is an untouchable. Inaki Williams is an untouchable. That leaves room for only one position. Even that, if he's bold enough, Inaki Williams, Semenyo, top. That means either one of the Ayus or the 2 Ayus will have to start from the bench. I am saying this on record. That is because if we were to go back 3, clearly we can have the 2 of them in the game. And I believe the time has come. Now, taking that decision should not be of any problem to any technical team who knows the team better. From afar, we all know our team. Yeah. And I've looked at this team play a back 4 where we want to quickly forget against the Brazilians. We want a back 4 that will look very uncomfortable with our fullbacks completely exposed against. Look, the Portuguese will be a quality opposition on Thursday. A much more better opposition, keenly contested game, technical ability with players on form. Rafael Leao, no more. Bernardo Silva, Joao Felix, Bruno Awareness Fernandes, Cancelo, no more Abba from all angles. No, what do you
Coach, you left out one player.
Who is that?
Cristiano Ronaldo.
No more Egbomo, Chebe Yakagbomo me.
And in fact, I think he will be very eager to prove a point based on all that has happened in the past.
And 0 in this Portuguese team. In every game I have watched, he plays at least before the end of the 90th minute. They make sure they present him with 4 goal scoring chances. I've never seen 0 played in the Portugal team where he's been deprived of those 4 chances before. He gets a minimum of 4. And when he gets a minimum 4 with this interview that he's angry, people are doubting him. We don't want to be at the receiving end. No, Atto team no to ba. Atto team no to ba. No one do to ba. No face mo fiamo. Keje nakan. Keje. Now my last point. No more. Me no work ya. Me na identity work ya. Back 3 alo back 4. That is not right. We don't have a foundation that we are going to build upon. Because I believe that this team looked very comfortable in the back 3. Transition to a back 5. We make ourselves very difficult to beat. It guarantees us proper defensive line cover. Double, triple, at times quadruple defensive line cover. And that makes you solid as a unit. And when we take off, we can go and punish. So we need to know. As of now, we don't know. The players themselves will be try and erroring on Thursday.
Try and erroring
on Thursday on whichever system Otto Addo is going to play. And that, in my view, is not healthy for a team ready to step out of the group stages. And I've told some, and I'm going to repeat it here. Lower your expectation about this team because I've said it. It is the weakest we've taken to the Mondial compared to the other 3 teams. the 2006, the 2010, the 2014. This team comes nowhere closer to end. But this is football. Anything can happen. If we were to get out of this group stage, I would be extremely, extremely happy. I think my happiness will be better than we being a kick away from the semi-finals in 2010 because of the quality this team possesses. If we were not to get out of the group stage, there will be no surprise for me. The people will have to come back and come and answer some questions. That one, upu, egba, egbu, egbu, egba.